Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another match here on WWE 2K19. Now, this one was suggested by a good friend, Mr. PJ Tovey. He wanted to see Paul Orndorff go one-on-one against Big Van Vader. Now, there is a history to this match. This is one of the reasons why Vader left WCW. Well, I'll say one. I think it might have been the reason why Vader ended up leaving WCW, to be honest. Orndorff, who was currently at that time working backstage as an agent, got in a backstage fight with Vader, which ended up with, apparently, I mean, if rumors are to be believed, Orndorff, who did have a bad arm, actually knocked Vader out using that bad arm and left him bloodied on the ground after just coming out of the shower. So, yeah, I think Vader was late from a photo shoot to the arena. Vader himself admitted that he probably wasn't in the best condition of his life. May have been a little bit of alcohol in the system. And, yeah, Paul Orndorff took a little bit of a bad look at this. And that's how the backstage brawl began. And there's been some heat there over the years. But I think Vader since has sort of taken responsibility for the situation. But yeah, that was the reason why Vader ended up leaving WCW and then obviously got the move over to WWF at the time instead. And we've gone with classic. We've gone with the actual WCW attire Big Van Vader for this one. And we're going to lock them inside a steel cage to get all that animosity between the two of them out of their system. So this should be interesting. I love this entrance, you know. It's really cool. Really, really cool. I mean, like, back in the day, this was, like, really top-of-the-range equipment, this was. Does it have the smoke coming out of it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I was going to say the big steam comes out of it as well. Yeah, it was a really cool bit of equipment, that was. Alright, so yeah, these two now going to get locked inside the steel cage. Anything goes in this steel cage. Of course, the only ways to win is by pinfall, submission, or escape from the cage. I feel like Vader's best option is going to be pinfall or submission. He's a big lad. Climbing that cage and getting over the top is going to be difficult, I think, for him. But you never know. He was quite agile for his size. I mean, the man used to hit a moonsault at his size, which was quite impressive back then. I mean, this day and age, anybody who's massive hits moonsaults anyway, don't they, really? But back in the mid-90s, a man of his size hitting those sort of maneuvers was very, very impressive. So we go then, the cage descends and the match begins. So once again, thank you, Mr. PJ Tovey, for suggesting this one. As we continue to celebrate the life of Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, who of course we lost very recently, unfortunately. But it gives us an opportunity here to really showcase his career and how good he was. Like I said before in the previous couple of matches, not somebody that I ever had the pleasure of watching live, of course. Not when I say live, I don't mean like in person. I mean like on a live show, or even at the time he was wrestling. I think he was retired by the time I started watching wrestling, so he was the sort of guy that you end up having to learn about through vintage VHSs or through the network. So it's definitely worth going back in history and learning about some of these things if you don't know much about it. It really gives you more of an insight about how it's developed over the years and just who shaped the way for wrestling to go in the future. So Vader now tripping Orndorff over, dropping a boot right into the hand, before now dropping the entire body weight across that shoulder. And Orndorff's using his... Vader is using his size and weight advantage very, very well so far to get a strong start to this match. Orndorff now sending Vader into the corner. Big running knee strike in the gut before dropping down and choking. Perfectly legal in this match type. Like we said, it's no disqualifications. Obviously no countouts because you can't get outside the ring. So, yeah, it's a bit tricky that way. Vader fighting back with a stiff right hand and now dropping a boot and then into a big clothesline as well. Nice trip by Orndorff, now dropping the double elbows into the knees. And again, the big elbow into the face this time. Orndorff now taking down Vader once again and keeping him grounded, which is the best thing to do, I suppose. When you've got a big, strong guy like that, keeping him grounded is going to stop him to be able to use that. Nice power slam, really. Utilising Vader's own weight against him there. Was Vader, though, just picking Orndorff up and dropping him face first into the mat. Big Van Vader now is going to launch Orndorff into the steel cage. That looked painful. Really painful. And you see Orndorff clutching at the back straight away. Vader now dropping the axe handle. This is the first match of the day, really, where I feel like Orndorff is playing the face role. I feel like in the previous matches he's been rocking that heel role, especially in the match against Junkyard Dog we had earlier on today. Orndorff, don't bugger this up. Come on. There we go. I was a little bit worried then. I thought we were going to get a little bit buggy then. And he was going to completely go the wrong way, as now Orndorff does catch Vader. And he has got him. Can he drag him back in to this side of the cage? No, Vader kicks Orndorff away. That's going to be the end, isn't it? As Orndorff got another opportunity here. He does get back up. Can he drag Vader? He does just about drag him back over. But Orndorff needs to get him down this time. If Vader kicks Orndorff off again, this one is over. And Orndorff does manage to pull Vader back inside the cage. Now both guys up on that top rope, battling back and forth with the strikes. And Vader trying to slam Orndorff's face into the cage. And Orndorff fighting back, and Vader gets thrown off of the top rope, crashing to the mat. Will that be enough for Orndorff to climb and escape? He is up on top of the cage. And he's trying to get a little bit of grip on the other side. Vader is back up on his feet, but can he get up there quick enough to try and bring Orndorff down? He can't. By the time Vader's up there, Orndorff has already slid over the top, and Paul Orndorff drops to the outside. And Paul Orndorff wins this cage match against Big Van Vader. And man, there was some heat with some years, of course, due to that WCW incident. And that is a great win for Paul Orndorff. Again, showcasing his ability and resilience, really, because the size and strength of Big Van Vader was pretty dominant throughout quite a lot of this match. And then when he climbed the cage, that was the big issue, I think, for Vader. He decided to try and climb the cage, and, of course, because of that, he's not the quickest man going up there because of his size and his weight. And it allowed Orndorff that little bit of extra time he needed just to be able to bring Vader back in. And throwing him off of the top rope, crashing into the mat, was just the big thing. And, of course, that classic phrase, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And Vader fell very hard, allowing Orndorff enough time to just about escape before Vader could get up there and try and bring him back down. But there we go, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff with the victory in this match. So thank you very much to PJ Toby once again for your suggestion. Of course, if you have enjoyed this one, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you are new around here and you would like to see some more as well. And, of course, any other suggestions, the best places over on our Discord. You can drop them in the comment section down below, but the Discord does always get priority on the matches anyway. Good night, God bless, Alvida saying, see you all next time, tatty byes, and I'll see you soon, bye-bye.